Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Jilka, Vice Mayor Vanier,
Here.
Commissioner Larson, here. Commissioner Peck,
Here.
Commissioner Perney.
Here.
And I would invite everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Administration.
Item 3.1, change order number 1 for the North Broadway Corridor, project number 03-1409.
Mr. Place.
Thank you, Vice Mayor and Commissioners. Appreciate you coming in on such short notice. When this project was being designed, a decision was made between the consultant and city staff that all side roads should be designed equally, which would be a 8-inch asphalt on top of 6 inches of compacted subgrade. The contractor that's out there now, Pavers Incorporated, won Monday as they were getting ready to pave this section of the west leg of North Street at the intersection with Broadway, brought to our attention or just asked us again, is this the design we really want to go with? When we took some time to get together and review this and really realize that this pavement design for this location really isn't going to be adequate. So we did some investigation, city staff from the city manager's office, engineering staff, met with pavers, met with BW&R to come up with what we thought would be a better solution for this area. This side road is really not a typical side road. Anything on a project, you have main line and then you have side roads. The main line for this project is Broadway. That is the project, and everything else is technically called a side road. But North Street at this area really doesn't function as what a normal side road would. Thence the reason for our concern. Several options were discussed and are listed on the sheet there. Option 1, 8-inch concrete pavement in lieu of the 8-inch asphalt. Option 2, 11 inches of asphalt pavement in lieu of the 8-inch asphalt. Option 3 is 12 inches of asphalt in lieu of the 8 inches. Or option 4, no change and continue with the design as is. The option 2 and option 3, the reason we have 11 and 12 inches there is because 8 inches of concrete is about equivalent to somewhere between 11 and 12 inches of asphalt. That's why those two options. KDOT initially had suggested at least investigating what it would take to put 6 inches of AB3, which is just a base rock, underneath what the current design is, the 8 inches of asphalt. That would help. But there is some concern about that. Usually when you put AB3 in, you stick it all the way across the road, and since the curb and gutter is already in, there would be some non-uniformity in the subgrade. Usually that AB3 is extended about a foot outside the back of curb line to keep that all uniform. Funding for this project is shared with KDOT. It's a 90-10 split, although KDOT has a $800,000 max, which they have already reached, and any changes to the project at this point would be 100% financed by the city. Options 1 and 4, the 8-inch concrete or the 8-inch asphalt, could be done right away. The area is, except for all the water that we've got, it's been graded, it's been compaction tested. It will have to be retested for compaction once it dries up a little bit, but it is essentially ready to go. We needed this meeting right away because under the contract, pavers really didn't have to wait to do this. When this was brought up, we asked them if they would be willing to wait so we could investigate this more and possibly solve a problem area that we think will show up. We'd rather do it now than probably 3 years down the road be addressing the same sort of asphalt problems that we've had previously. Option 2 and 3 would take some additional time. There would be some additional subgrade removal and prep that would need to take place. Also, with options 2, 3, and 4, with it remaining asphalt and with that being a heavy truck turning area, just inherent properties of asphalt, they're probably going to run into some what they call shoving with the asphalt. So that is why we're recommending option 1, changing from 8 inches of asphalt to 8 inches of concrete, and would request that you approve change order number 1 to Pavers Inc. for the Broadway Corridor project in the amount of $37,759. If you have any questions, I'd be
Any
happy
questions
to
of staff?
Yeah, if you go with the concrete, I didn't get over there to see what it actually looks like. Will it go some distance beyond the actual kind of stop lines on
Yeah,
east and
usually
west or
the
north and
intersections
south?
go to what they call the end of the curb returns. The west leg of North Street extends about 300 feet past, the construction limits are about 300 feet past where the actual intersection is. This change order is actually for both the east and west leg of North Street at that intersection.
Is the center of the intersection going to be concrete then?
The center of the intersection, actual Broadway, is concrete with a asphalt overlay. We're milling the asphalt and we're going to overlay with 2 inches of asphalt.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is the 6 inches of AB3 already in place now because they thought they were going to
No, it is
asphalt
not.
Is there going to be something underneath that concrete than what is existing there now?
It's just the compacted subgrade.
And it's good enough for the 6 inches?
Yeah,
or,
they
excuse me, the
test.
8 inches of concrete?
Yes.
And the
Yes.
concrete will be reinforced.
Yeah, well, it's called non-reinforced dowel jointed, so it's concrete, but at the joints they reinforce it with dowel bars. That's a typical way of laying concrete.
Good old-fashioned way.
And just for some of us that are new on this watch, was this about a $3 million project? I understand that the city's...
Total construction cost is about 2.1, but the total cost, including engineering, construction, engineering, right-of-way acquisition, we're right just under $3 million. Correct.
Okay, the city's input was about 2 million?
We're approaching 2.2.
Okay, and as you mentioned, KDOT is already at their max.
KDOT is at their max, that's correct.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Any public comment? If not, bring it back to the commission.
Okay. Well, I'd move that we proceed with option 1, 8-inch concrete pavement as described in the blue sheet as a change to project number 03-1409 and in the total dollar amount of $37,759.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the change order number 1 for the North Broadway Corridor, project 031409, option 1. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Concrete.
There's no other business. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Can we say so moved?